Yesterday my oscilloscope decided to stop working. We still get a lot of lights, nothing on the screen unless we do a key down power up, which is like a hard reset type of thing that the manual describes. But if we try to continue, it does not start. Also, we can tell it to look for new firmware, but to no avail. Just ignores us, doesn't even try. And I looked on the internet if someone else has the same problem, and yes, some people do. And the problem for them was the lithium battery in there had gone dead. So that's the first thing we'll check. To get there, we have to take off this back panel. It's attached with a lot of things. This part is interesting. The back is attached with this banana jack connector to the board inside. And now it's just a matter of taking off all those connectors. And there's a bunch of screws in the bottom. We have to make sure to take those off as well. I might try if I can take out this board first. I think I can. That'll at least give me access to the battery. Okay, I took the power supply out. You have to take these little plastic things out to get that one loose. It just slides out of the way, and it's a good thing I did so because there's a little coax cable here. I don't know how to unplug these connectors. I'm not familiar with them. I think they just press fit, but I don't dare to pull them hard enough. I'm gonna have to make sure everything is unplugged. The front panel is only this thing, apparently you just have to pull these things hard to disconnect them. You have to press down on the board around it too, because they're really quite tight. I don't know whether I can do it on camera, because then I only have one hand. Yeah, it's coming. There we go. Let's try that again. That wasn't too bad at all. This thing is heavy. Here we are. Isn't it beautiful? And this is our suspect. Hopefully that's it. That'd be very nice and easy. It's hard to show on video, but this board weighs an absolute ton. This side especially is heavy. This side is like you'd expect. I took the battery out. Let's see if it works without it. It didn't work without the battery, so I added wires. I'm giving it 3 volts. And we have life. Alright, there we go. New battery. Now we put it back together. Now we follow these instructions. Calibration void. There's supposed to be a switch in there. Yes. Back in business. How to calibrate it though? Yeah, obviously needs calibrating because we've got a DC offset. Test all. Uh-oh. Did I fail to hook this one up? Ah, Insert a formatted unprotected disk into the disk drive. Test all again. Oh, it said something about the disk. Unprotected. Is it formatted? I have no idea if it's formatted. I think closed hole is unprotected, but let's try. It's been a long time since I used floppies. Wrong format on high density disk, yeah. That does not really surprise me. I don't know if this thing can format disks. I don't really use the disk on it. I think I'm going to assume that it works. Let's exit. Yeah. Click, 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 clack. I like that. What else? Probe calibrations, self-calibration. Well, I might need to read the manual on this. The DC call here panel to the input of channel 1 and oh, this might be easy. Okay, which output? DC cal. So yeah, this is this one, if I wired it correctly. Continue. Hahaha. Gotta love that sound. Why does it say failed though? I know why does it say failed. It's not the thing that failed, it's me. Okay. Let's try that again. Blah blah blah. Blah. Start calibration. Oh, executing color. Abort. Okay, did it stop now? Start. Yeah. Now we correctly did what it told us to. And it's doing all the numbers. I'm quite surprised that I managed to find this without any of the manual. So far, this is a lot easier than I thought it'd be. Passed. Nice. Okay. So, yeah, we have to do it separately for the channels. But yeah, it's still doing stuff. I'll continue filming if it gets interesting again. And after waiting a long time, this is what we see. Pass, pass, pass. So, I believe the next thing to do is move this cable. Go here. What is this? Pass, pass, pass. So these are the types of calibration, I guess. Delay. Yeah. This is the calibration. So we have to run all of those. Okay. This took a long time to do. So yeah. I'm kind of tempted to do all, but we started now and we have one done. Let's just continue. Ratatatata. I think it took about like 30 minutes. I didn't look on the clock though. Okay, all of these are passed. So now we have delay, time null, and logic trigger to do. So one delay, channel one. And this time we cannot choose all. Well, let's see if it tells us instructions. AC call and then press continue. So there we go. And then we go back to channel 1. Oops. Start. Oh, yeah. Continue. That's it? Passed? Yeah. Alright. So, this one is faster. Very nice. They really made this really nice and self-explanatory. So, the last one of the delay, I think. Yeah, and then time null. Oh yeah, time null is for the delay between the different channels, I suspect. It's only for 2, 3, and 4. I wonder how they're gonna have us do this. AC to the inputs of 1 and 2. Alright. I'm gonna have to get a thingy. I almost made a mistake. Through equal paths. Because if we're doing this, it's gonna be a difference in time between this one and that one. I suppose we need to do the same cables and put this one on the back. Alright. Now I have 2 cables, nicely the same length. I made them new. So here is this. That should do it. Continue. Check BNC cable connection. Oh, passed. Yeah, passed calibration. I think we good. Now, yeah. So, channel 3. Start. So, we need 1 and 3. I'm gonna make a wild guess. They're gonna ask us to do 1 and 4 now. Done. So, logic trigger is the next one. I don't know what this is actually, but let's find out. Maybe they tell us. AC call to the input of channel 1, so I can just get rid of this one. Shouldn't leave a open end cable hanging there. Never good with anything fast. Okay. No signal found. Maybe I should read that again. Is it gonna forget everything if I do abort? Hopefully not. Oh, only channel 1. Yeah, so AC call to channel 1. Oh, this is why. If this thing wasn't so smart, I'd have it all wrong. And I'd never know. Hey, it's a countdown. Ah, past calibration. Nice. So, now what? Did we get everything? Let's see, go back to the self-calibration, and yes, pass. Alright, probe calibration is, we'll do that some other time. I don't know which probes I will use, so it'll be good. What is this though? What am I looking at? Oh, okay, showing me whatever waveform is coming out of the AC call output. Might be the same like this one, a 1 kilohertz type of thing. What I now want to know is, yeah, the DC offset is gone. The date and time is lost, of course, since we replaced the battery. And I don't think the camera picks that up. Yeah, 1990. Oh well. Let's see if it wants 2020. Date. Set date, I tell you. Does it keep saying that? Huh. Exit? Nope. How to? Oh, let's set the time first. Looks about right. Set time. Okay. That one listens. So, go back. Try this again. Yeah. There we go. Now it knows what time it is. I logged the calibration again. It's back in place. And I'm happy. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.